How I like to do a close line is like this. Put the wrist down, and then I'm impacting with this part on my hand. It's a close line. Better than the stop and slap. Chelsea made a video, and what he said was, this combo is not good. 1, 2, that's left, right, followed by left hook. And then when it's better to do like this, bang, bang, and then hit like this. But I think it's even better is this. 1, 2, and then surprise clothesline. So 1, 2, 3. Here. 1, 2, clothesline. You do it with the left as well. Now this puts strain, the harder you hit, it puts strain on your wrist. No, on your elbow. These are palm strikes. And how you do palm strikes is not to hit with the fingers. If you do palm strikes, you want to hit. If you take your hand and you draw a line in the middle, you want to hit from the middle line down and not from the middle line up with palm strikes. So it's hitting with this part, the bottom part of the hand. That's how. These are not martial arts gloves, these are so-called tactical gloves. So they don't really have padding and no wrist support. It's just protecting the skin from cuts. It's not a drill I like to do. Stance switch. It's a stance switch drill. I start orthodox. Jab, 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 jab with the left, power punch with the right. And then I like to mid sequence, do a surprise, swift stance switch. So it looks like this. So basically, I start from orthodox stance, jab with the left, power punch with the right, whatever the power punch is. And then I rapidly switch to southpaw stance and commence jabbing with the right and power punch with the left. So let's do that. Show it to you here. And notice how I mid-punch switch the stance there. There's different ways to do it. So you can go jab, jab, stance switch, and then punch through your stance. Usually a quiet stance. I like to do it like this, where I'm throwing the punch and then changing my stance at the same time. So once the punch is landed, I switch to southpaw stance, and then I'm jabbing with the right and power punch with the left. Let's do that a few times, 3 times. See there, 1. And notice how I'm power punching with the right. The stance is switched and I commence jabbing with the right arm. And then power punch with the left. That's 2 times, here's the third. See there. It's a nomad swing. tap left, uppercut. Meet left, right hooks. There's another combo I like to practice. I can land 6 punches, a 6-punch combo, in about a third of a second. Less than a second for sure. 1, 2, 3, so it's 2, no rotation. Here's the combo I teach it to you. Here's my speed combo. 6-punch combo where I land 6 hard punches in less than a second. And what are the punches? Starts with 2 no rotation punches to the solar plexus. Bang, 1, 2, third punch, lever shot, lever hook. 4th punch, hook to right side of the body. 5, 6, left, right hook. And I can land that combo less than a second. There you go. There you go. And it's not just speed. It's like it's easy to do things with speed, which is like tapping. It's not just the speed, it's the power. It's speed and power. There you go, 6-punch combo again. Let off that burst there. That's a good way to fire. So I'm landing 6 punches, varying target zones, different types of punches, in less than a second. It's easier to throw the same punch to the same target zone at speed, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if you switch the target zones and alternate your attack, so the first 2 punches are straight, 1, 2 to this target zone. 3rd punch is a hook, 4th punch is a hook over here. 5th punch, hook to the head. 6th punch, hook to the head. And what you can't see is I'm being defensively responsible. So from this guard here, 1, and my jaw is covered by my shoulder. 2, see, and the left hand goes to the left side of the jaw, and the right side of my jaw is covered with the shoulder. Then we go 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 6-punch combo. Keep up, I'm too fast. I should do a collab with I Show Speed. Because I show speed more than he does. Be the best one game. I should do a collab with I Show Speed. Shout out to I Show Speed. You want a collab? And see, I've been showing more speed than I Show Speed instead of showing his whole YouTube career. So, it's time he stops showing some speed. Become a YouTube box or something like this. I'm being facetious. We got Lolo in the chat. Hello, Lolo. The other day when you showed up, when I came home, I got annoyed with you, irritated with you. Now I didn't block you or call you out. So sometimes somebody does something that annoys me, and I don't they don't become my enemy the first time they do something that irks me. But another stream, I was sitting down with the washing machine and he wrote, "Why are you sitting like that?" or something. They said, it's just irked your question. Now, I don't think you were trying to make me angry. Okay. So anyway, welcome to the stream, Loro. So here, once again, so I showed you two different combos, and these are things that over the years training like this, these are some of the things that I do on the regular, okay, combos. There's another one that I might show later, and also a speed combo, and that's elbow strike, so that's why it's been boxing. There's another Muay Thai kickboxing combo I can practice, and it's a speed drill that actually translates, even though it's unlikely that you'll try to land the whole 6-punch elbow strike combo in a fight, or that you will be able to if you try. It's still a combo drill that translates to real fighting ability. Why? I show it to you. It's this from here, left elbow strike. See, I get here now, follow up with a reverse elbow, pull into this elbow. Now, once again, reverse elbow strike from this middle try position, and then this thing. Why does this translate to actual fighting ability? Because you're building muscle memory for ending up over here and then connecting effectively to the head. And I noticed after practicing this drill, there's happened a few times where I go less static and I'm moving around and stuff, because I end up over here, and because of the drill, I have some muscle memory for connecting to the head from kind of awkward positions, like from here. See here. So here's the combo. Left, right, and it's two attacks from the same arm. So I start with the left elbow from here, here, two, here, and I'm building momentum. So this attack shapers this attack, and then this attack. And the third attack is also the most powerful, because here, bang, bang, moving my arm here, I'm rotating my body, I'm getting a lot of force with this one. So just from the distance changing, obviously from the elbow here to here, I'm covering less distance. So this is not going to be the hardest attack. So here, bang, and up here, snap into this reverse elbow from here, bang, this one is going to be the hardest one. Not just from the distance, so this more distance, more power, okay? So from here, it's about 15 centimeters of space, here, okay? And from here, still about 15 centimeters of space. I can go deeper, okay? Bang. Now from here, there's more distance there's more distance from here to my right elbow. But it's not just the distance alone that is responsible for a hard elbow strike. It's also the rotation, where remember the combo is here, snap, and this rotation, attacking here, is torquing, turning my body. So it's the distance and the turning of the body. So generating force, if I want to make my right kick more powerful, you see them do this in Muay Thai, like kickboxing. Kind of swing the arm this way to attack here. So if I do this with my arm actually makes the kick more powerful. If I go here and then kick, it can make the kick more powerful than if I keep the guard like this and then kick. So if I go from here and then start turning my body with the arm, I'm pulling myself into rotation, and then naturally the leg flows from there. Makes it more powerful. So here's the elbow strike drill that I like to do, combo. We go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's always the third attack on each side that's the hardest one. And as I said before, so I said now again, this is unlikely that you even try to land this whole sequence on an opponent in a fight. And even if you try, it's not the most likely combo to land the whole combo. But it's still a drill that translates to improving your fighting ability, because it's easy to hit static. Now once you're in motion and the dummy is moving from the first attacks, it's swaying, it's like you're drilling, connecting with things at speed, and you throw the first attacks and start moving the dummy and things. So it's like basically, you also build a muscle memory for attacking quickly. So here, 1, regular 1, 2. So from here, left elbow strike, right elbow strike. Now we do the whole combo here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we do it at greater speed. Focus more speed and power here. And notice how I missed there. And from here, now I can practice still connecting from there. Okay. 6. Adjust the camera a little bit. Here's another combo like to practice. 1, 2, 3, long range uppercut. Now if the person moves towards you, it becomes a close range uppercut. See, so from here. And here's what I'm doing. And this hand goes here, cut to the tempo. 1, 2, and then from here, another drill I like to do is tap, tap, hard, left, left, right, uppercut. Then from here, I start from here, double pump, left uppercut to this target zone. I like to use the shoulder for a target zone for uppercuts because you're less likely to throw an uppercut when your opponent is high, okay? You're more likely to launch an uppercut and land it with devastating effect if the head ends up in here, for example. Whereas in a fight, no matter if it's boxing or MMA, people rarely fight tall through the whole fight. There's going to be moments after throwing a punch, for example, we might end up here, see, down here, or doing something like this. So an uppercut is more likely to be thrown and landed with good effect when the head is kind of at this level, at a lower level. So I like to use the uppercut, the shoulder for a target of uppercuts. Then we go left, and what I'm doing is this. Left, left, jump to the right, and then a power right uppercut. So it's left, left, off the center line here, tap, tap, and then here. So it's here, tap, tap, see? And I'm throwing from the hip here. And we'll mirror it now. We'll go right, right, left. So it's here, bang, bang. See here. Gotta be in the floor to read. Here we go. Go to the side. Here. See here. And notice how pulling my arm down here, I'm exposing myself somewhat. So what I like to do is go left, left, and since the right arm is going down to the hip to generate power, this hand goes here. See? So instead of covering the right side of my face with the right, I'm going left, left, see here, and then here. And I can cover, having my left arm here, I can still cover here if I want to, using the shoulder. And also, reflexively, you can move the arm obviously. So here. This is a Nomex hood. This is the first time the diamond wears the Nomex hood. Nomex is a material that's like super durable. Scratch resistant, fire resistant. Firefighters and race car divers wear Nomex hoods. I don't have one. So it's a scratch resistant, fire resistant material. But it's also hot. Yeah, I can generate significant force from this close, just snap into the uppercut. Old school boxing used to have like this kind of guard in the mustache boxing days. Like when they had like mustaches, so they'd be using this guard all the time. Which you're seeing a return of that now, where if you look at bare knuckle, BKFC, there's more people using this kind of further out guard rather than like this. Bruce Lee had a punch where he goes from here, see, and then he hits hard still, even though it's this close. From here. Do the 6-punch combo again. Six-punch combo again. And here's what I'm doing from here. One, no rotation punch. I call these no rotation punches because as opposed to normal punch, you're torquing it and turning it. There's no rotation. But from here, and I can make it more powerful by stepping off the center line and moving quick my attack like this. So from here, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a nice 2 hooks to the hand. And then I'm doing only the 4. I divide it and I'm doing the first 4 punches of the combo. Board level only. And there's different ways I can do it. You do it from here, keep the same position, bang, 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 and then kind of keep the distance here. See here? And I'm throwing these punches with re-breaking force. We're talking bare knuckle now. But here. And I can do it kind of cold here. I can do it tighter. Here's 2 schools of boxing. People are not impressively athletic as I am, like extraordinary superhuman explosive speed and power. I can break the rules for boxing. You know what they teach is like boxing, it's like people that are not like me. It's like I can punch like a heavyweight. I got the speed of a featherweight and the punch power of a heavyweight. So some people go on to generate force. I see that video up. How to punch hard. Okay, it's obviously I don't have to learn, I already know that. Now, a lot of times they will teach me, you gotta rotate, to generate power, hit hard, you gotta rotate and turn the whole body into things like this. Now, if you got the athleticism that I have, the guy who's blessed with it, I can break the rules, I can hit hard without turning my body, just arm punching. Look from here, that's just arm punching. And it's 75 kilos at least of water in the base, and I'm lifting it. And you can see what type of force I'm generating, and you can hear it. So just arm punching, I'm generating sufficient force. Whereas I don't need to have it hit harder than that. As a matter of fact, anything above that is according to diminishing returns. Where I'm more likely to break my hand. I don't have to, I'm hit harder than what I just hit. That's like the golden level. You don't have to hit harder than that. So from here, just arm punching. I'm hitting hard enough to break ribs. And it's mostly arm punching. See? And I'm not doing this and then turning with it. Okay? So here's one with generate force. And I like to alternate to show different types of force generation, momentum forming you can do. So you can go here, I can hit hard with arm punching, just from here. See, and that's just swinging my arms. Going here, and notice how the shoulder stays in the same position in the hip. So I'm not peeking on the foot, I'm not turning my body into it, and yet somehow I'm hitting hard enough to break ribs there. So here, see here, this is just arm punching. Now, this is one side of the spectrum, arm punching. See, and I'm hitting it hard. Another side, which I'm just using my arm muscles to like 95% to generate the force, impact. Another way is where I'm going to now show you the opposite inverse, kind of the extreme, where I'm going to keep my arms fixed and just use body rotation to generate force. So here's one side of the extreme, show that first, hitting hard with arm punches. Look at my hip, look at my shoulders, and I'm hitting hard just by arm punching. Now here's the opposite side of the extreme, where I'm going to keep my arms fixed, not use the arms at all, and only use rotation to generate force. So here's the other side of the extreme. And it's mostly like 90% rotation of my body. So here. See? And it's just turning my body and holding my arms here. See? And I'm keeping this fixed and then just rotating my body, see? So there's two sides. I'm showing the both two sides of the extreme. Where it's arm punching, no rotation of the body, little as possible, and just use my arm muscles. See? And I'm hitting hard enough. Other side of the extreme, fixate my arms. And I'm mostly using the rotation. Now, when you're doing this, if you've done a lot of training, you're fighting against your muscle memory. Because the muscle memory you've been training is to not arm punch and to not keep the arms fixed and only rotate. Okay? Certain parts of the body, hit it, certain angles, hit it hard enough, you can feel it. I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. Come on, let it show. Okay. There's another attack like to practice. overhand right. See there. And if you look what I'm doing, I'm closing the distance, connecting with the jab. Do your level change at the same time. So I'm doing three things at the same time. I'm moving forward, moving down, and throwing and landing a jab. So I want to throw the overhand right from here. Kind of. So from here, see here. So I'm close to the distance, and I don't throw the overhand from here, just here. I like to do it like this. See here, I end up here. How do I get here? And then from here comes overhand right. See there. And this is, you gain so much power that I had to pull those because those punches, if I throw the overhand right hard, it gives you pain. Here. Do the speed combo again. No, we start with the stand switch drill. One or more variations of that. Then we'll go to the speed punch drill. The 6 punch combo. So here, left, left. See, that's what I'm doing. Here's the stand switch drill. From here, tap, tap, double jab. Look at this. See, and I'm hitting hard. And once the punch has landed, I've acquired the southpaw stance. And then immediately I commence jabbing with the right and power punch with the left. So it starts like this orthodox, tap, tap, and obviously I can do like this too. Jump, then start jabbing. But I like to do it where it's a surprise. It's like I'm throwing a punch at the head, it's a punch coming. Once the punch has landed, or even if it misses, I'm orthodox, I'm southpaw now. Do you understand? So here, tap, tap, see? And once the punch has landed, I've switched my stance, and I'm jabbing with the right now, and power punch with the left. And that can catch and pull off guard. So here, see here, and I have the southpaw stance. So I like to do this drill. Bang, bang. See here. See, there we go. So notice I'm going orthodox, jab with the left, 2 times, 2, and even though my hands are in the air, I'm hitting hard. Once again, breaking the rules of boxing, where you have to be planted, they say, to hit hard. I can hit hard while both of my feet are in the air, and I'm not grounded, I'm not planted, see? I'm not joking, look at this. See, and just to show it to you, I kind of accelerate it and jump up and then throw a punch from in the air. So apparently I don't have to be planted to hit hard, see? I can throw the punch while in the air and still hit hard. So here. See? And I'm switching the stance and I'm here now. Bang, bang, tap, 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 tap. Power punch with the left. Another thing they will teach you is, now notice how I'm so athletic, blessed by God, with God giving me athleticism, punching power, speed, blessed below my strength, teach my fingers to fight, and make my feet like hinds feet, making me so strong that both steel is bent by my hands, something like this. So I can break the rules where they teach you, well, to hit hard, well, you have to hit hard, you have to use your legs and pivot on the foot. I can be down on my knees on the ground and still hit hard with hooks. Talk is cheap. So here we go. Here, I'm on my knees now. See, I'm on my knees. I guess you gotta be on your feet and pivot on your foot and stuff. So according to the laws of physics and boxing, as some people interpret it, you're not supposed to be able to hit hard with hooks from this position. Let's try that out for size. And I think that could be my point though. And my knees are on the ground the whole time. And tight to each other, so they're not even wide. So here, I'm on my knees. So you're not supposed to be able to do that. You call to this, you call to that. Two steps off. Here's the clothesline. How I do the clothesline is have my hand like this, and you could throw the clothesline with the inside of the wrist here, like I have with the thumb, like this. How I like to throw it is to start like this. I'm bending my wrist down, and this is like the wrecking ball, like the ball of my wrist, which might not be the anatomically correct term, but it's like a little ball shape here, see? It's like the ball of the wrist. If you look, it becomes round. So, it's like a wrecking ball. So go here, bang, bang, here. So I'll teach you how to do the clothesline the way that I do. So here, bang, bang. And it doesn't matter where I hit really. If I'm hitting with the wrist, or even the forearm, I'm getting ready for. So that's called a clothesline. Bang, bang. And as with everything, speed is one of the most important attributes, what I call athleticism. And then you have like subcategories: athleticism, fighting athleticism. So strength, speed, stamina. Speed is one of the most important attributes for fighting. Because with speed, you're more likely to land your attacks. Moving fast means hitting hard. Swinging on fast, moving your hands, a fast punch is a hard punch. And if you're throwing punches, the faster you are, the more likely you land your attacks. So if I go here and want to land a 1, 2, 3 combo, jab, right, left hook. If I'm doing it like the average guy can do it, bang, 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 maybe that fast. I'm not that likely to land a third punch. But if I can make all these 3 punches land as if they're one punch, like this, I'm more likely to land the whole third punch combo sequence. And they're all landing like at the same time pretty much. Like a burst on M16, where it's like 3-round burst. Where it's a high rate of fire of 3 rounds. 1, 2, 3. And it's like they're hitting across at the same time. So from the moment this is landed, or start moving, I'm connecting almost simultaneously, near simultaneously, with this punch and that punch. And then the third is coming right after. Here we go. And obviously if the person moves backwards, I might have to pursue him and go 1, 2, 3, let's step in, because the head might be over here. See, it might move. So here, and it might be over here that you saw the left. It's not a combo, I've been practicing here. From here, back fist, and I've been doing this for years. That's been showing up another regular combo, like to do 1, 2. where I'm throwing a back fist, pull myself, use this punch, pull myself into a right hook. But from here, bang, bang, see here, see here. We can do from here, see here. Where I'm throwing this, and then pull myself into it. This can also sweep the guard. If the guard is like this, and you throw this like a clothesline, especially if you throw it like this, you can sweep the guard and create an opening for the right. So usual speed is important. And here, as I'm throwing this, in slow motion, as you can see, the approach, attack like this, is putting a shield on the left side of my face. As I'm rotating this way, I'm also covered. So this attack, see here, this puts my arm here and the shoulder on my jaw. So here, see here, 1, 2. We'll do the stance switch combo a few more times. 3 times. First, I just show off a little bit with my superhuman speed here. That's 4 punches. 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 And the first 2 is left, right, straight, hook, hook. So if I do it full speed, it becomes a double speed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of times I like to focus on speed when I'm practicing combos. Landing all the punches in the sequence with speed. If you're hitting fast, you're hitting hard. If you're moving fast, you're less likely, you're more likely to land the attacks. I've explained it like this. People say don't telegraph. No, get better at telegraphing. See, kind of like a ridiculous example. It's actually true. What is telegraphing? It's signaling in advance it's about to throw. If I start from over here and I go like this, okay, I'm telegraphing. Or like this, okay, I'm telegraphing a haymaker right hook. Like a right, okay. Now, if you're fast enough, telegraphing stops being telegraphing. So if you're fast enough, I can go here, and it's like almost like if you put your hand down here, you're telegraphing a power shot with the right. Now, if I telegraph fast enough, it's not like this. Bang, bang, here. Okay, no, it's here, and then here. If I do it fast enough, if you get good enough at telegraphing, meaning fast enough, telegraphing stops being telegraphing. Because the telegraphing means you're giving the person the time to see what's coming. So even if I'm telegraphing fast enough, telegraphing stops being telegraphing, see? If I go here, see here, notice the speed. Where I went all the way down here, hit the button I got on my hip here, the turbo button. And so this is what I did, only faster. From here, here, see? And if I would do it like this, at this speed, it becomes telegraphic. Now if I go from here, notice how as soon as this drops, I go from here, down here, and then here again. But from this starts moving, I've landed the punch in like a third of a second or so. So telegraphing stops being telegraphing if you get good enough. So there's some people that will stop telegraphing. Once again, some rules can be bent, some rules can be broken, like the Matrix movie. If you get fast enough, you don't have to play by the rules. Mike says a person doesn't have to play by the rules. Not even when referring to himself in the first person, especially not in the third. So here's the point. I've been breaking the rules. See? Where it's like, wow, to hit hard, you have to rotate and pivot on your foot and turn your body and rotate. Well, apparently Mike doesn't have to play by your rules because I can hit hard enough without rotating my hips and my shoulders and pivot on the foot. As I showed you before, arm punching. And I'm hitting hard enough to break ribs. I can feel the force in the rib. I can hit hard on my. Okay, and I don't have to turn or something like this. So normally it's like, well, for a guy to throw a hard pass, he has to pivot on the foot, rotate his hips and shoulders. Well, apparently I don't. See, I can throw from here, mostly all punch and hit harder. I did that on my knees before. So I don't say stop telegraphing, I say get better at telegraphing. Because a skill, if you're not good at something, it takes time. The better you get, the faster you can do it. So if you're training a certain technique, or getting force from here, by going to the hip, and then attacking to the head, if you get good enough, then you can do it fast. See? And telegraphing starts with telegraphing. If you get good enough in telegraphing, which means fast. So here, see here. And what I did this time is I decided to keep the shoulder up and move the arm down. So here. You see, I can keep the shoulder here if I want to. Or I can go down here or do this. Keep the shoulder up. Keep the hip tucked to the shoulder here. Bara stanna. Att han vill vara. We do the speed combo again. Speed and reaction time is also part of the defense. Where somebody like Mike, here's another thing. I've got a comment from haters. Right? You're not covered, keep your heads up, something like this. It's like they seem to act like anything that people tell me, you need to learn to do this, are things that I've done in past years. So I can use all kinds of styles. So some people don't understand fighting, and are average Joes, they might have to have the bunker defense where they have a static defense and they cover all the time because it's not fast enough to move whole body speed, head speed, and things like this, and whatever. So now if you look at somebody like Roy Jones Jr. or Anderson Silva, two fighters that are good. It's like Anderson Silva, a lot of times stands for support like this. If you search Anderson Silva UFC, and they have 3 fights, a lot of times he's like this in front of him, meaning like right in within touch distance, and he's so fast in his prime, okay, not the title. Silva in his prime, Anderson Silva. It's fast enough, he might do this, or like he's waiting for you to throw something, and he's not covering and things like this. See? So if you have enough speed, there's less of a need to have a static defense. It's not that the only way to keep yourself from being socked in the face is to have your face covered at all times. Meaning you can be here, and then if there's something thrown, if you're fast enough, you can put something in between you and the attack, or do something like this. So it's not like the only way to protect my face from punches and elbow strikes is to keep my arms in between him and my face, see? Well, yeah, that's something that you can do. But you can also be here, down here, and at this level, like hooks can land above my head. And I can do this, see? Or this, see? Triangle defense. Was like from here, see? Triangle defense. And I guess you could use it as a character. Like from here, and this is as a large position, like unorthodox Muay Thai. Whereas like instead of like here, I like to assume this stance and then throw elbow strikes from here. Meaning having this fist inside this hand. And then from here, and notice how I can alternate it. Now I have it tucked here, here, and then here, and then here. So here. And this is covering knees, it's making hard to land knees to the head, elbow strike, just like this here, is making, like it's covering my face from a lot of attacks, like uppercuts, knees to my head, even kicks and things like this. And it can be changed. But from here, here, or from here, here. So just because I'm in one training thing, I'm going to practice kicks now. And when I'm practicing kicks, all I'm focusing on is my legs right now. And I'm not caring about the goal. And then somebody translating as I'm doing this training, I'm going to keep your hands up, as if I don't know how to keep my hands up. Just because right now, I'm focusing only on this part. So here's the clothesline once more, the way that I do it. So one way to put a clothesline is like this. And I think that's how Beth Rudolph used to do it. And you can go and ask him in his comment section, or looking into this. But I think that how he did the clothesline was with the inside of the wrist, like here. Like the inside, and there's something on both. Now, how I like to do the clothesline, I've tried both ways of training. How I like to do it is here, make the rectangle, bend my wrist down, and I'm hitting with the ball of the wrist here. See, this is like a ball on a ball. This becomes like this circle here, like a big ball, and then you have the little like ball of the wrist here. I like to hit here. That's how I like to do the clothesline. And if I hit, I'm trying to hit the ear, aiming for the ear, using the ear for the target, so for the clothesline. So I'm trying to hit him in the ear with this. Now, if I overshoot or he's moving towards me, and I hit with the forearm, I'm still impacting the force. And that one too is especially bad if you go down to the hip first. It's like bang, set it up maybe with a palm strike, or a jab, just sort of with the left, and then move into the clothesline. See, and especially if I'm dragging, I call that dragging, where if I'm moving like this punch, I can make the right hook off here, okay, or from here, like hard enough to be prominent. Now, if I drag the punch, this is what I mean by dragging the punch. If I go here, bang, 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 and then I'm moving over here, teleportation speed or not, and I'm moving with the punch. So instead of standing here and punching here, or from here, I can hit harder even moving away like this. See here. See, I'm moving away and I'm riding the punch and using the connection with the punch to push off. That's how I feel like to practice. Meaning, if I do a combo, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to use the fourth punch, push off, and use it like an elevator to transport myself. So I can go from here, just jump back, okay, or step back. But if I time it, if I'm connected with a punch, any punch I'm connecting with the right timing, I can push off the attack and use it to increase the distance. And the less likely, the beauty of it, you're less likely to get hit as you're breaking contact and breaking distance if you're connected with something and at the same time that your opponent just got hit with something, you're moving away. Whereas if I'm here and I'm covered, bang, 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 and I move back, I'm more likely to get caught with a head kick or something like this as I'm moving into kicking range. Now, if I time it so I start moving back, like right at the same time that I hit it with something. And anything that lands, you can push off of it. If I go bang, bang, see, notice there, where I use this, connect with this punch, timing it, and I'm pushing off the punch. So I'm riding the punch, see? So here. See, notice how I move my legs up, and the force from like pushing off, Newton's third law of motion, every action has an equal opposite reaction. As much force I'm delivering here is being applied in the opposite direction, which means if I time it right, I can use the punch impacting to push myself off. See? So here. See here. And I'm just timing it raising my legs and then riding the punch. See here, see? And even though I'm doing that, I think you can tell that I'm still impacting hard. Even though some of the force is used, it's like it's after I'm delivering, see? Here. And it's right after having connected and delivered energy that I'm pushing off. See here. And notice how I'm raising this as I'm moving up. And I'm doing it a little bit stiff, fighting stiff from here. That's what I call fighting stiff. Where I'm not doing that much. It's like almost like a punch robot. Boxing robot. Where this is what I call fighting stiff, this style, this way of moving. See, and it's like boom, boom, straight punches, and then kind of, it's like kind of stiff. As opposed to flowing and launching from a relaxed state, I'm flowing from tension. See? So rather than launching from a relaxed, fluid state, this opposite that, where I'm tensed up and throwing while tense. I stay tense and stay punching. It's got one. Bang. Bang. Can I turn off the blinders? Turn the blinders because there's no light coming through. Anyway, at this point, now there's some kicks. Beautiful. The first count is the deepest. Okay, so here, this is uppercut pass. Toe kicking. This is toe kicking. You see some toe kicking. Get him in the shoulder. Shoulder is angle. Shoulder. Left shoulder. Yes. 100% accuracy. Attacks thrown, attacks landed. Thus far, I'm on a streak of 100% accuracy. So if I want to finish on top with 100% accuracy in my attacks, that's the time to quit. But here we go. Keep going long enough to do some misses. I like that kick. And that's a toe kick, I call it the uppercut kick. Why? Because just like a boxing uppercut, with the uppercut, you're not really trying to connect to the jaw like this. You're trying to connect under the jaw, under the chin. See? With uppercut. So the uppercut kick, I'm connecting using my foot to uppercut rather than the hand. Hence the term uppercut kick. And it's the same bottom dynamics at the bottom as on the top, see? So from this position, it's very quickly, I can very quickly just straight, see? It's like rotating. All I need to do is rotate this arm, and I can connect with an uppercut. See, and it's, you see here. So it's mostly from here, I need to rotate here, and then launch from here, see? Because you're not trying to uppercut like this. Now you can. So from here, see here, see? So it becomes, all I need to do is rotate. I can throw straight punches in this position quickly, bang, see? Straight up from here, bang, bang. I can throw this too, or like here, whatever, or a hook from here, see here. Now, to land up this to help you see what I'm doing with the rotation. So from here, it becomes this, down, get close to the body, and then like this. So start like this. See here. So the same thing with the kick. Send the line. If I have the toes lined up in the center line, from here I can connect right away by shooting the foot out. Similar to with uppercut from here. See here. See here. Same thing with the left. My left foot after I throw it, like this specifically doing it, is timing it so I'm throwing it as my toes are center line. See? So I can do from here, yeah, I can throw it. Now from here, what makes more sense if I go talking to the head, becomes raising the leg and then kicking like that, see? So from this center line, straight punches make more sense, essentially this. Now, if I'm over here, the more natural attack is leaning back and then attacking from the side. See? So center line, natural attack from here, center line, is the uppercut kick, or like a T push kick from here, center line. See? Center line, see here, or it can be this. Okay? So that's center line. Now once I move over here, what's more natural is attacking from the side. If I'm to the side, attacking sideways makes more sense. If I'm straight, attacking straight. So there's certain techniques that are better from a certain position. And you can learn to develop an intuitive understanding of, this position, why there's a good attack to throw from here. Well, I can shoot a takedown from here. See? That position I've got in, listen to my body intelligence, intuition. From here, I'm in position to shoot a takedown. I'm in position to throw a flying attack with power. I'm in position to stop a takedown, sprawl. I'm in position to, anything from the right side, starting back, will make any right side attack more powerful. Especially when you hit back like this. See? So, I can attack with more power from the right side, especially bent like this, than with the left from here. Now the left is easy to throw with speed and catch a person off guard. Here's another combo. Now this is more for people that are fast enough to pull it off. Here's a feint that I've been practicing that I figured out. And somebody like Sedshine could pull it off, or Borka or something like this, raw tank, somebody who's got this athleticism. Because it's a nice speed and you need to have some physical power to hit hard enough with the left because of the way that you're launching. So from here, look at this, look at my legs. Focus on the legs, right leg. See here. See, so I'm telegraphing, but I'm being fast enough, so it's not bad. So notice I'm doing, I'm throwing right. And then throwing it out like normally would, like here from here, step back, and then attack. So if you throw that a few times, make the opponent respect it, especially. You don't start with the feint. You attack for real with this right. At least once. And then you fake it, where you make it look like you're about to throw it again, the same attack. Only you surprise switch to a swift left kick. And that's what I'm talking about, because from here, it's easy to hit hard because of the distance and the hip rotation. Okay. Now, to make this hit hard, it's closer and the hip is not back. So it becomes fake here and then quickly throw out the left kick here. So that's a 1-2 feint and then surprise side change. So from here, See? And how I set up this power shot is from here, I also can kind of lean in and so run away. But if I make it powerful, it's like stepping back or up on a tippy toe or like back like this. It's the other side. So here, see here. This is how I set up a lot of power attacks. If it's knees, or right kicks, it's not from here, it's going back. So moving whatever leg I'm going to be attacking with power back. Okay. But from here, see here. Now if I go and pretend I'm going to do that, see, and then surprise, I'm switching to a quick kick with the left. So that's a feint, where it's like I've shown this once. Here, and then next time, I feint like I'm going to do it again. See, only I'm very quickly through the left arm. And you have to have the blood system for that, to make it like hit hard. So do it here. See, and it basically, attack with the left leg like that is more unexpected than attack with the right in that position. The inner bitch has been around my body, and he's dehydrated. He's gotten smaller the longer I've been training. But now I can feel the inner bitch has relocated. He's retreated into this area, and he's in here whining and crying right now, the inner bitch. He's in here, we're cramping. Stop training, Mike. There's pain in the stomach. You're cramping up, Mike. You're dehydrated, got pain in the core from explosive meat. Stop training, Mike. Okay, so it's like we gotta push against it. So here we go. Look at this. And these turning kicks, a lot of times I like to land them in the rib cage. Now, if you're aiming for the rib cage to break ribs, it's also easy for you to slide off and miss it. So the more center of mass you're targeting your opponent, the more likely you are to hit your attacks. That's another accuracy matters, speed and accuracy. So same with a straight kick from here, see. And I'm targeting center of mass, X, Y axis, where I'm targeting center of center in the middle here, and in the middle here. So if the person moves, I'm not still hit here. Now if I start to try, for some reason, kick to the side of the this rib cage and liver here, now if you move just a little bit, like 5 inches to this side, I'm missing, see. So targeting center of mass increases your hit probability when you're attacking. Everybody was kung fu fighting. I hit with the old swing back. Yeah. Well, let's just set it up. This guy has the liver for like the liver one. This guy is close to 100 kilos, soaking wet, literally, because the bottom part of him is all water. Yeah, I'm going to pull it to the chin now. So now we're going to the toe kicking And a lot of the kicks that I'm throwing are with the toe kicking for toe kicking attacks. It's pretty much, they're very similar to Muay Thai kicks. Like how to kick with the legs in kickboxing, Muay Thai. Only the distance changes. You want to connect here with my shin bone, which is a more normal way to connect, like from here. So you're hitting what you see. Now, it's the same bone dynamics I'm doing, only the distance is different. See? So, and the beauty of that is, if I'm trying to catch him with the toe part of my foot, and he's moving towards me, my hand is off, there's still a regular sheep kick behind it, see? Which means if I'm throwing it as he's moving towards me, and I'm trying to connect to the rib cage with that toe kick, and that's a broken rib cage right there. If that would land. My body just shows, if that would land on a rib cage, you break it. So here, I'm trying to connect to the rib cage from here. See, and I'm off touching distance here, right out of the engagement range, like touching it here. And I want to throw that and hit him. Let's do more sideways. I want to connect with the toe to the rib cage. Now, if the distance changes, the same kick, I'm hitting with the shin bone. Same kick. Only the distance is changing. But here we go. We practice some kicks now. All kicks. And I like to pendulate. So what I notice is to throw these kicks, I feel like my accuracy is higher. In my experience, feeling from that. I'm more accurate with these kicks here and here if I raise the leg first. And generally, connecting the toe kicks, if it's to the legs or the groin or the stomach or the head, I find it to be easier to connect. My accuracy is better if I start by raising the leg, or if I already have this as a check, launch it from here, rather from here. Now from ground level, I can blitz, I can throw a surprise attack to the shin bone for the knee, just throwing it out. There's some benefits throwing from below without any telegraphy. But I can throw it just straight from the ground. See here, to the bone for example. Just straight from the ground. See here, or from here, up here. Now, if I raise the leg first, it's easier for me to be accurate for some reason. But from here, see how much the solar plexus. That's what you like. See? Versus, it's hard to get the angle right on here where I want to hit if I throw it from the ground. It's not impossible, so I can hit the knee or shin bone just straight up like this. And if you want to be more accurate, raise it, and see? So raising it helps me to be more accurate. Basically, throwing from a check position. Sweating bullets. Bullets are made of lead. Your body can actually detox heavy metals by perspiration. Some health fitness coaching bullet point facts. Perspiration equals detoxification, which means your body detoxes itself by sweating. I don't know if you push out lead or not, but generally, toxins leave your body if you're sweating, which is why a lot of people do detox saunas and things like this for detoxing. So, sweating bullets. What are bullets made from? A copper jacket with a lead core. Sweating bullets, lead, copper, heavy metals. Now I'm waxing deep, so whatever. And notice how, if I miss, I kind of sneak this under the shin. Now if I miss due to the trajectory of the kick being like this, I must still connect with the bottom of the foot. Either here, this is the foot, here's the heel. If I'm trying to connect like this, under the chin, if he pulls his head back, I must still connect with the bottom of the foot, or if not, I can push into it. That's also something you can do muscle memory for. Missing to the head and then pushing into it. Similar to like a push muscle. So here, pretend to miss. See, and I'm pushing. So if you end up here and you're touching air, you can build the reflex for extending out. Did a right job here. Do some more kicks here. It's a combination of pushing and whipping force. So it's impacting hard and it's also pushing. So I'm happy with that bit there. And the first one I hit with this power foot, and the second one I switch it to impact with the heel. And turning the heel into generates more power a lot of times. Because instead of just this, I'm punching with the heel. See there. Because I have my jaw here, as I connected, I could feel the force going into my head. Did that even like it, this time today. I hit it here, I could feel it. Clean my head. Okay, go here. I like this 1-2 combo, like a boxer's jab, power right. It's a jab, left knee followed by a power right, like this. You just tap from here, either from here or from here. Just throw it out, see. And then, and now just tap like this. It's like a jab, just connect it. After connecting, not that hard, I'm not trying to make it that hard, mostly fast. Tap, feed my brain with target data, the target solution. Go back here. And then so that power right. So here, do that a few times. Keep the same position. Tap left. And you can see the charge up. All I'm doing is faster. So here's reverse speed. Because I'm physically powerful enough, with me, it's not like average guys, ordinary guys. It's like they have to learn how to punch with power, how to hit hard. With me, it's more about learning how to hit less hard, because I hit harder when it's necessary, and I'm hurting myself. So with me, it's more of a learning to hit less hard, and train the skill of holding back. It's a part of the diminishing returns. So, meaning the harder you hit, the more energy you're using, which means you're emptying your stamina resources. So if I'm hitting everything full, like the hardest I can, now that I'm more likely to injure myself, but I'm using more energy. And it's like if I need to hit this hard to cause damage, see, that hard, I don't really have to hit harder than to cause damage. So if I do it 3 times harder, I'm more likely to hurt myself, and I'm burning more energy than what's necessary. Also like this, I go here, raise this here as if I'm checking a kick, and then launch it from my head. See, like this. I'm captured. So what I call when I'm playing captured is when I'm holding on to my opponent with one of my hands. And if I'm training uncaptured, that means I'm training to connect without holding on to it. So we'll do a few uncaptured knees here. That's better. Now we'll do more this angle. That's hand capture. Now I'll go to tap. Approach. So the approach is important. Sometimes I drill approaches, which means I'm mostly focusing on how I'm approaching the target. Which means obviously I can go from here, launch a flying attack, here. Now, I want to cover, protect myself so I don't get knocked out coming in, like Andre Arlovski did. So I'm going to flying attack and Fedor. There's a part in the Fedor versus Arlovski, Andre Arlovski versus Fedor Emelianenko fight, where Andre Arlovski had succeeded in like pushing Fedor into the corner, and then he launches like a Superman, whatever, like something that he's jumping, and he gets caught, like as he's jumping, and he went straight down. So I'm not going to close the distance like this, see, like fly at it like this, okay? So I'm looking to survive, and all I need to do, these power shots, that my hard double strikes, is knockout power bone breaking. Meaning you break your overbone, your jaw, like the hardest elbow strikes I do. Even stand, if I make them fly. So if I can land what I want to land, that's ending the fight potentially. If I can land one of my flying elbow strikes to the cranium anywhere, there's a big chance I cause a knockout, bone break, a significant injury. So my primary goal is to survive close to the distance, and my main focus is just getting to a position where I can land this power elbow strike. See, because this power elbow strike, if I can land it, can end the fight. So I'm not, it's like, do you understand? I like to practice things like that. One punch, one attack, potential. See, I like to drill, practice techniques that have one hit fighting potential, rather than rely on a pity pat and okay, like cumulative damage, like rocking a little, like being up and knockout. But I like to practice things where if I connect, and if you're honest with yourself, you can know. Meaning, when I train, I don't have to have somebody volunteer and prove that I can break the ribs. It's like I have the body intelligence, somatic intelligence, where I can feel what I'm hitting. It's like sometimes when I hit, it's like, oh yeah, that would have broken the ribs. Say if I do an elbow strike, like yeah, that would have broken the orbital bone. I can feel that I hit where I hit, the way I hit, with this speed, I could just feel that if that would have landed here, it would have broken the orbital bone. This punch here, or whatever, oh, that would have knocked teeth out for this. And this punch, yeah, that would have broken the ribs. And then other times I'm hitting, I can feel like, yeah, that wouldn't have broken the ribs. So here, see here. If I can land this, it's going to hurt the person. Here. Here. And I'm doing here to protect from reactive hooks and elbow strikes as opposed to distance. So I can do here, one here, here. I can also drop my distance, and I like this one. See, and this is one of my favorite elbow strikes that I don't see pulled off a lot in Muay Thai, kickboxing, or UFC matches, but I believe it has potential. if somebody would get good at it, the 12 to 6 elbow strike. Where it's not the 12 to 6 like this. It's, you see more in UFC and MMA competitions, like more traditional orthodox elbow strikes. It's like these, like diagonal ones, okay? And you don't see that much of the unorthodox elbow strikes out of practice, which if you do not limit to attacking to the bottom of elbow strikes. So obviously you can break ribs with a bare knuckle punch to ribs. You can, in boxing, they're training to hit to the solar plexus area here. So obviously if you can connect to the sternum or under the sternum and hurt the person with a punch, how much more with an elbow? Because the elbow is a harder bone. And if it's bare knuckle and I punch to the sternum bone, I'm more likely to break something. Now if I can snap in with my elbow strike to his sternum, or under the sternum, like solar plexus here, and connect with the forearm. Like if this can hurt, here, obviously this can hurt. And if I'm in position to throw here with my fist, that means I'm also in position to attack my elbow to the same target zone. See? Because if you throw this, it's because it's open here. So maybe the guard is here, and you go boom, 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 you end up acquiring this position. And it's like bang, like this, for example. Now, if I have the opening where somebody, whenever in a fight, where somebody is throwing this, like attack to solar plexus, if it's from here, or it's from here, or wherever, or from here, any time that a person has thrown a punch this target zone, you could have thrown an elbow strike. Once again, if you drilled it and you're fast enough. So if I'm here, and I can step into it, because see here, so if my guard is like this is open to push, kicks, teeps, or if it's close enough, a punch. Now, if it's open for that, like this, here, or this, now obviously it's open for this too. And notice how my elbow is going right into here, like under this sternum bone. So I believe in the potential for elbow strikes to the body. Same here, instead of a hook here. See here. See? And with elbow strikes, you can throw it more reckless and bend. Because if I'm throwing a hook close to distance, and I hit it with a punch, and I hit the elbow or the hip bone, I'm more likely to break my fist, see? But if I'm attacking the same target zone, like super hard, with the elbow, I'm less likely to break something as opposed to the distance. See here. I call the harder elbow strikes wrecking ball elbow strikes. Now I'll do some flying elbow strikes. Here. And that's straight 12 to 6. Oh yeah, so that's the normal 12 to 6. I'll show you the elbow strike I like to practice. And it's basically, I'm impacting about as close to 12 to 6 as possible. So rather than going here to the overball at this angle, or going at this angle, like 3 to 993, I'm going as close, straight, up and down as possible. See, here. And this can be launched, surprisingly, from a block. That's another thing I think about bare knuckle. Somebody that's fast enough, drills it. I believe you could, in bare knuckle, if somebody got good at catching punches with the elbows, somebody got really good at that, he could be like the best bare knuckle fighter. If somebody mastered the skill, the art of catching punches, not with your hands, like you see in the UFC, that people catch other guys punch with their hands and then kind of work around and not counter, but catch with your elbows. Catching kicks, catching punches with your elbows. And here's a guard, see, from here. See, so if you have somebody throw a 1-2 there, a 1-2 at you, well, 1, if I'm here. See, if I move this up and the person punches my elbow ball, it's going to break his hand. See, so from here, see here, and also from here, if it's a kick or a hook, the same thing where I'm trying to catch right now, like a jab or a straight punch to the jaw here. Here, see here, see here, here. It's also putting my forearm and it's wrapped around my jaw from all sides. It's not from the front. The same move covers the bottom of the face from every side. See, which makes it like a hook here or here. But the goal is if you can get to punch into the elbow. So I believe somebody, see here too, a kick, you can catch a kick that's heading from the head with the elbow, see, and have you kick into the elbow, that can hurt. See here, see, that was a head kick coming to my head, and you go, see here, and either it misses because you're moving down. If it hits, he might hit his ankle into the elbow. So I believe the utility in unorthodox creative use of the elbows, both offensively and defensively. See here's also an unorthodox way to check a kick that's headed for this target zone. See here, here for example. See here, and I'm moving similarly a kick coming up here, see here, and have a kick in here, for example. Now obviously it's strong if you have both arms. But a lot of times on this side, see the punch coming here, see, and the higher level is not remaining static. The higher level is you're using several things. Same with knife fighting, what I've been thinking and sparring between knife fighting. It's like standing for a person, and I tell them that I had a sport with them, so just start standing. And then I'm waiting, I'm in reflexive state like a cat, where a cat is like, they're in the mode of like they're in the reflection mode. And they're just waiting for movement to react to some kind of stimuli, to be fed to react to instinctively, and not like thinking about. So I've done that sport, which like, okay, hit me with something. And I go, and I have the miss, or if it's like a stab like this, here, and make them come out of range and things like this. So now ultimately, if you have something like stabbing like this, I'm not only relying on staying here, and it's like a stab, thrust coming here, center line, like this. The best way is not to count on my windshield wiper defense from here, to sweep the incoming arm, which you can do. Meaning if there's an arm coming here, then you're fast enough, you can sweep it out of the way and then counter. See, so here is the straight, and you can sweep it out of the way. See here, here. Now, the best way to defend is not to rely on, I'm going to stay planted, wait for them to launch something, and then stay planted and counting on me being able to parry it or divert it. I'm doing that, so this in of itself is a redundant defense. This in of itself has the potential to make a thrust attack miss you. See, like this, here. See here. This in of itself, this, like scooping it to the side, has potential to stop it from being hit with that attack. Like this, okay, or this, okay. Now, this in of itself is a redundant defense system. This in of itself has potential to stop this attack from landing. Get your opponent out of position, and you can capitalize on that and counter. Now, you can also do this, where I'm moving to this side. So this in of itself too. See, each part in of itself can make the attack miss. So if it's something coming here and I go, see here, see? That could be a spear attack. Someone has a spear. It's the same move can be used to make spear attacks, sword stabs, or knives miss you. See, so if you're here and the person has a spear, let's say, and goes like this, or if they have a sword or a rapier, whatever sword, and like this, I'm gone, like this. So you see the same thing in like sword fighting, small sword, big sword, knife fighting, spear fighting, like this attack, like trying to get your opponent lined up and then launching this like straight attack. Now, from here, see, just this can make the attack miss, like a spear thrust or a sword thrust or a knife stab. When somebody close to distance and they throw a straight attack. This in of itself can make the attack miss. See, because it's headed here, and it's not, I mean, if you throw something full speed, full power, it's not like a heat-seeking missile. If you do it slow, yeah, I can like start moving the knife. I can start moving the knife here, and then let's go left, and then here, and then here, and then, oh no, actually let's go here or something like this. Or like, start like here, and then kind of, I can fake throwing this, but it really is like, I'm going up and into the net or something like this. Now, you can't be like so at full speed, full power. See this. And then be like, oh, he started to defend, let's divert and change trajectory and go over here. Because if you're moving fast and hard, it's like the momentum and the speed, you don't have the time to kind of like a heat and miss something. Like go over here and then switch, okay? So this type of attack, see here, with a spear, straight line. I can make it miss simply by doing this. See here. And since it's aimed here, see here, see, it's moving here now. So it's heading here. See? And this can be sufficient to make it miss. And be countered if it's a spear, grab onto it, you can do this or do something else. So, this in of itself is a redundant, it's a multiple quality layers. It's a redundant defense system, where it's like, this in of itself, do this fast enough, can make the attack miss. This in of itself, if you think it's a spear, this in of itself can make this attack miss. You can scoop it to the side here. So this in of itself has the potential of stopping this straight attack coming to stomach from hitting it. Here. This in of itself as well has potential of making the attack easier. Now if you combine both, we're doing like this for example, or timing it here, and then I'm turning my body, see here. Here's a third, where this in of itself, I can make the person, especially if I secure athleticism to the other person, where I can just get on my boosters and just explode back, see? And the person comes out of range and we go for a counter. Another thing you can do, knife fighting, is this. See here, where it's like, if it's a straight step to the stomach, this move here can make the attack lose range, and if you fail at making it not connect, like this stab, the stab is going to connect less deeply because you're throwing your body back, increasing distance, and move away from the attack. So this in of itself, spear fighting or knife fighting, this in of itself can make a thrust miss you. This in of itself can make an attack miss you, or just turn it, like here. Now if you do both at the same time, or this moving back, this is simple. This and this. So this in of itself can make a thrust attack miss with a spear or a knife like this. Where I move back. See? And I make the attack miss because they get out of range. Okay? So this in of itself can make the person miss. Now if I do this and this at the same time, see, if this fails to capture the spear or the arm and sweep it, at the same time I'm increasing the distance. There's a redundant effect, I'm not trusting this one thing to stop the attack. Okay, so here's a 12 to 6 elbow strike. And like I said, I believe there's somebody got good at unorthodox elbow strikes. It's rare to see elbow strikes to the body. Why? I guess because it's harder to land. It's why don't they show up? It's like you're less likely to land them, okay? And it's like harder to land them. Like landing a punch here can be easier than closing distance all the way in and then an elbow strike to the same call itself. But if I'm close enough and the guard's up here, this is open. See? if this is open, I can connect with elbow strike. Or here especially, this is my favorite position to do this. If I end up here, if I end up here, this is like an alter position to launch a very explosive hard elbow strike here, see from here. See either here or see here. And I'm throwing it up here, where if you hit in the gut, it hurts. But if you hit on the sternum bone or under the sternum bone, it's even worse. So, same here. If this is open, let's say his shoulders, his hands are on my shoulders, or it's like just about right onto my neck. If I go, see here, same toe zone. So I'm dropping my weight. It could be used if the hands are here, or like reaching for here, or something. I can go, see here, see? And I drop my weight, and this arm is taken to protect from knees, right knees here. So, elbow strike here, see here, or this one too, I like this one too. See here, this one, where that goes here, here, see here. I'm looking at the shaft now. It helps if you look at it. So here, this is from here. So here, or here. Let's do from here a few times. And notice how when I start off here, I hit it with this, which could have been a punch. See here. So from here, bang, bang. And then a palm strike, it could also be a punch, obviously. So here. See? There's an elbow strike, this. Elbow strike. Miss or not, I could just miss on purpose too. And then this forward. And now notice how this can also be the left arm palm strike. So from here, see? See here. So, tranquilo. So yeah, 12 to 6 elbow. Show it from this angle first. This here. If my guard is like this, what's open? Here. So the same moment that you punch, try to punch in between the guard. If it's here or here, try to punch in between it. With this guard, you can think this. If you try to, a lot of times you connect in between a tight guard. What I feel is I want to get off the center line, because if the guard is here, my straight punch is hitting one of the arms. So to attack with a straight punch in between the guard, I feel like I want to step to the side. and then throw it, say. Which means either you throw it when in this position, or you're fast enough to create the awkward position for the straight attack in between the guard. Here. Now here. This is how this guy really handles. Doing things like this. And I'm imagining things. And I'm also with my head down and like this. So if the guard is here, okay, there. Now the same moment where you might attack with a punch in between the guard, you can attack with the elbow in between the guard. Especially if I'm close. If I'm here and the guard is here, yeah, straight punch between the guard. And if I'm this close, if I'm fast enough, instead of attacking like this with the in between the guard, I can do a uppercut elbow strike. If I'm fast enough. Or this one. And here's the thing too. If you can hit hard up with the elbow, it doesn't really matter what he has, if he has a guard or not. If you can hit as hard with an elbow strike, you're breaking those bones in your hand. If I hit the wrist, I'm hurting. And I'm still doing that energy. So even if there's hands here, if I connect to the hands, it's going to hurt the hand, whatever is in between it. Like the hand, in order to the hand, if you connect to the hand, it's going to hurt the hand. And I'm still doing that energy. So with the elbow strikes, there's less of a concern if he has the hands here or not. So now here's the point. Attack with the 12 to 6 elbow strike here. See here. And I'm trying to make it as close to 12 to 6 as possible. And remember what I talked about before, you can use this arm as a guard. See? So from here, if you have like this like bold boxing guard, that's what boxers do. Where they have their head here, and they throw jabs and stuff like this. From here, or do this and stuff like this, or like the catch or something. It looks like a vulnerable. Like from here, obviously I can go here, and this could be exactly head trick. See, if I'm like this, it's like a person in front of me. Like, whoa, his head is off for a head trick. This was a kick to my head. If I move back, notice it's two things at the same time. It's not standing planted and then counting on this to stop the kick. Okay, it's doing that and increasing the distance at the same time, which is eating power from his attack. And so I do material of this. If I start like this, for example, see, this can be catching punches, kicks, whatever, with the forearm elbow. Here. Now obviously it can also be close to the distance and attack with an uppercut elbow here or here. See? So from here, this stance. See here, see? And I drop my head too, because I'm pretending it's a head kick on my head. See? See here. And where the head was, there's an elbow. See? And I'm also dropping. See? So see here, I notice this is also going up, because I'm not only thinking about the left side attack. Because if I block this, there might be a second attack coming from the other side. So it's, see here, and here's another elbow ball. This is kind of like this. See here. And from here to, see, I can close the distance, and I saw this either here, it can land here, or here. Now where's I go with this? The 12 to 6 elbow strike. See here, this upper being sold at me. See there. Now what can I do from here? Obviously I can shoot a takedown or something else, or do a trick. Get my left leg here, right arm, and then push pull. Or this, for example. So from here, there's a punch coming at my head from here. If I'm fast enough, here, or it can be, see here. So I can actually throw it from the block position, like this. Use this to block. See here. I can throw it from the block position, like from here. See? From here. I can throw it like this. See here? You can use more rotation. You can make it more powerful if you blow it up and then crash down. Now you have to do that fast, get better, do fast, you can have a chance to land. If you start doing this, okay, you have to be fast now. So maybe tap, see there, that's beautiful. I'm happy with that one. So I'm setting it up here and tap the solar plexus with this here, sneak this up, and then stand it down. See? So I can throw it from here with more rotation, but notice how I'm still impacting pretty straight. There might be some rotation at the beginning of the movement, where if his head will come up here, it's more like a normal elbow strike. But the last part of the elbow strike, it goes 12 to 6. You have to practice those elbows. 12 to 6 elbows. Not this elbow. Not this. Or this. 12 to 6 or close to it. Not that. Not this, but it's this. See? So I'm trying to connect as close to 12 to 6 as possible, straight up and down, like this. At the moment of impact. Here. Like this. See? And I can launch things from here, like from the guard position, block, elbow block. See? See? And it becomes, if you want to make it powerful, almost I can just push it in here and do something. Like from here. You see? Or go down and then hit here. But for this position, what can I do from here? I can go here, I can go here, like all the elbow strikes. I can go here, here, and I want to go all the way over here to have a powerful attack. And then ultimately move in with the attack. So from here, there you go, that was good. I'm learning the range from here. I'm just going to touch it. Okay, you will. See there. About 6. And it's like a challenging thing because it's really hard to get good at it. It's like a challenging thing. It's one of these things I can feel its potential in. But to get it in here, if the guard is here, and it's an unsurprising attack, it's like it's ready to be attacking like this from here. See? Here. And it's 12 to 6, so you can get in between the guard, separate guard, get in between. So, and it hits hard. And it can hit here, here, here. And now I get less OCD about it. So I can let it be 1 to 6, 7, 1 to 7, for example, or 2 to 8. So it can be, but I'm still want to make it straighter than normal, than like an overable attack here. That one's pretty good because I'm pushing into here. We'll do the 6-pass elbow strike sequence now. The third one is always the hardest one. So here, and it's also challenging if you do that speed to make them all connect, which translates to fight ability, because you're getting better at recovering from awkward positions and attacking from a slide. So elbow strike is also slide. So you're drilling this drill now with the speed drill, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It translates to actual fight ability, even though the drill itself is not something you try to throw and land in a fight. But this drill combo can help you get better at landing elbow strikes generally in a fight. Because what am I doing? See, that's 3 elbow strikes and it starts moving. So I'm building the skill of like quickly, here it is, connected with this attack. I'm in a kind of awkward position, connect quickly with the next attack and then the third one since it is. So if I end up attacking and ending up here, see, I've done this drill where I'm doing this, see, and attacking from here and at a high level because I'm doing it fast. So it's easier to hit if I take my time and go here to that base. Now if it's in the middle of a fast combo, that's harder to do, especially when you're hitting hard and it starts moving. So it's easier to hit like this than in the middle of a sequence sometimes. See, to connect clean with that attack, my timing has to be right, see, because he's moving and I hit him just like I want to hit him at the bottom of the jaw with good force delivery. So you're drilling, connecting while in motion, while the opponent is in motion, and recovering from awkward positions, where if I do numbers like here, I might end up sliding off and ending up here, especially the harder ones that I throw, like here. If I miss it and end up over here, or just hit and slide off, you end up over here. And this drill I've been doing, I've been drilling, attacking from here, and hitting where I want to hit. And that's a double one. But this one, let's start it from here now. Here, 1, see, and I'm pulling into this. Now here I'm close, but I'm still gonna go here, see, and then here, and then it becomes really powerful. So the third attack, if you do it right, is going to be the hardest attack on every side. This here, see, 1, 2, 3. Now we do the 3s only. Sometimes I go to 6, so I go 1, and I want to hit the challenges connecting with each attack. See, that's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so do that. See here, and then there. See there. Now, do the 1, 2, 3 now. Here. That's a 1, 2. I'm going to be targeting the mouth from here. Here. And it's like I'm punching with the elbow instead of the fist. I like to use that sound to see. And it's like I swung a punch with the elbow. Then I go like this too much. It's just you swung the elbow where I want it. This is a close line. See? Bang, bang. See? And if the head ultimately connects to the ear, here, but, or here, that's the person moving back. See, I can still connect, especially if I make it where I'm aiming to hit with this. If the head is moving back, I might hit more optimally. So I'd rather hit than not hit at all. So here, 1, 2, 3. And I'm aiming with this part. Now if the head is moving back, I'm trying to hit it here, it becomes more optimal. So the optimal impact is hitting with this to the ear also. And you can do it wild, so you go down here, like you're going to throw a wild overhand. Or you can go, I like to do it kind of throw from the shoulder, in the middle of my punch power. Bang, 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 bang. And I can kind of just whip it like this, and have it be hard enough. See, like this. Let's do it more, less telegraphing, more quickly. Snap it. See? Like bang, bang. See, and it's. See? See? And that's hard enough, and I'm not using that anyway. Let's move it. And off the same head is more challenging too. Being reinforced the close line. I'll go left, right, here. And it's more of a challenge to make it fast, to land it. So it's bang, bang, bang. And however I do it, the goal is to make it land quickly after the second punch. It's 1, 2, and then however I manifest the close line, the emphasis is hitting quick, quickly after the second attack. It's 1, 2, close line. See, and that worked. See, it's fast enough, hitting to the tempo. And I'm hitting hard enough. It's not a joke attack. See, and I'm hitting hard. So I go down here, here. There's so many ways I can do it. I can go here, go down to my rib cage, go up. I can go here and do it more like this. I can go down and do it more like an overhand. And actually through the close line itself. Now beware if you're training this, it puts strain on your elbow. And also, depending on what you're hitting, it's better to press on a heavy bag if you're starting out than this, because this is harder than a heavy bag. And also, if you see my workouts, don't try bare knuckle like I'm doing here because you can hurt yourself. Now, it puts strain on the elbow, so beware of that. Don't throw it full speed, full power. Like you learn how to do, you can like build up to the level where it's hard enough to hurt yourself. So. you notice how I'm going to the hip. That's how I like to do. Here. See here. And now the natural way of the thing is a left-sided close back. And I can hit here, 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 here. Like I said, if I'm aiming it, I'll do a 1, 2, 3 combo. Left, right, and then a close line. I can aim to hit with this part now. See? And it's even better if I hit to the ear with this part. Now, I'm more likely to land it if I aim deep. See? Because if I connect 1, 2, him responding to it, or just the attacks moving the head back, I'm more likely to connect with my close line if I aim deep. Aiming deep means I'm not aiming to hit with this to the ear. I'm aiming to hit with the forearm, like right under the elbow. And if the head is moving, I might inadvertently hit with the optimal part of our, which should be this, the ball of the wrist. This would be the optimal way to connect to the ear, see, here. Now, I'm less likely to land that because he just has to move his head a little bit for it to miss. So if I aim to connect with the forearm, it's like that connect with the forearm is the living enemy. It's the living enemy. Now it's worse for him if he's moving away and I hit here. So even if he's not responding by moving his head back or whole body movement, the head is attached to the body, so body movement means head movement. So it's like one way I can get my head out of the way is to do this, okay? Or this. Now, if I keep my head fixed and bend my knees, it's the same thing. There's many ways to spin a cat. If I want to move my head from here to here, one way I can do that is to bend at the waist or like this. Now, another way I can get my head here is just keep my head fixed. Notice how the extremes. It's like, let's move the head, and I have a rule, I'm not allowed to move my legs. So you have to stay tight there. And then another way, now it's like the opposite, training that. I'm not allowed to move my head, so it's like keeping this fixed. As if I got some kind of brace off of this. See? And if I'm moving my legs, since my head is attached to my body, if I move my body, I move my head too. And then obviously combine the two. So it's like this. Here, and moving out. Here, for example. So here. And it starts to do off the right hand. Like off the right hand. 1, 2, and the more natural flow is to throw it with the opposing arm to the last punch landed. If you do a 1, 2, 1, 2, the natural arm to use for a close line is this. See here. And if I'm using this, bang, bang, now the natural arm to use for the close line is this. However I do it. And even if I use the same stance, I can still attack with the right first. Then go to the left, and then the close line. Okay. Boogie. Yeah. Man, the Mr. Ledger. Okay. Wow, time flies. This is a Swedish expression. Tiden går fort när man har roligt. Okay. Which means time flies when you're having fun. Okay. And I've dropped the whole weight class, which is what happens a lot of times. Meaning, just water weight. A lot of times it's like, yeah, I would be surprised if it's not an exaggeration. Like at least once it happened, I start training fully hydrated. Now, unfortunately, a lot of times when I begin training, I'm already suboptimally hydrated, like slightly dehydrated and worse. And I keep sweating. So this water, so I got the camel humps, Nick. Okay, so here, okay. So look here, I'm stored water in like little humps on my back like a camel, in case it didn't go. Okay, like a
See, like this, you might think it's a muscle that you see, that's what I'm flexing. That's like a camelback, actually. I have little humps with water in here. That's why I can keep training so much and sweat, because I have like the built-in camelback. See, this is water in here. Don't be confused, it's a muscle. Also the bicep, these are the bicep muscles, is also implants, water tanks. See, obviously I'm not being serious. So here's a point. Here I like to do shadow boxing while I'm here. Okay. I like to do this too, where I'm leveraging like this, where I'm going down and then throw it up. And obviously I can get to the position first, like 1, 2, and then throw a jab. Or what I like to do is both at the same time, where I'm dropping my weight and throw the punch at the same time. So it looks like this. See here. This, I like this. See, because it is really good. I like this movement here. See here. Now this is, you think I'm thinking boxing only now. So if it's fighting, I'd like to have my hand further up to play against head kicks. If it's like all round. Now here, if you're thinking boxing, it's like here, see. Now everything is sport specific optimal technique and movement. So if it's Marcus or Queensberry, all I need to be concerned about is punches, see. So there might be a thing that's a good way in boxing, rule set. Like do this, for example, can be really good in this situation. See, or like this, here, let's do this. Here. Now if it's MMA, and I go back here, I done like a half of the job of the takedown for my opponent by getting myself off balance, and then my leg is like a hook in front of me. See, like here, see, here, and I'm leaning back. So it's like very easy to do a takedown on me. So it's like if it's boxing, yeah, this might be good. Here, see, here, this can be really effective. This, kind of leaning back, get out of range, and I'm ready to explode into counter too. So here is I can make something miss. Here, see, here, and then I'm ready to explode into an attack. Now, if it's MMA and I do this, I've gotten myself off balance backward with like half the job of the takedown. So I've done half the job of the takedown effort for the other person. But here I'm harder to take down when my weight is like this, especially with bent knees, and I can throw my legs back if I want to, and then push my upper body forward, and then grab myself like this. Because what the takedown want to do is get the top part of my body back and the bottom part of my body forward. So it's like here, pull on your legs so the top part of your body goes back. I believe also if you're strong enough, like a freak, where you can do a one-handed takedown and you're using the other hand, push-pull, where I push with this hand. If I can get this one hand behind your leg, here, like this, if you're strong enough and exposed enough, where I'm pushing anywhere on the top of your body, see here, or like here, or with the forearm, like this. I'm just pushing the top of your body and get one hand behind your leg, like behind your knee, or even behind your body, and then push-pull can be sufficient to take some people down. I'd like to see this Burger King guy, DC, how he did with the one-handed. You heard about a single leg takedown before, a double leg. I bring you a single hand takedown, which means using only one hand to do a takedown. See, so just from here. See, or just like this, like I can get this around your neck like this. You just go. See, just that. There's no assisting with anything else. Just like this. That might be the highest level. Was like all you need is so good that all you need is just to have one hand on your opponent and you can do a takedown with that one hand. That might be the highest level. Was like all you need is to have one hand somewhere on your opponent. You can do a takedown with the one hand. You don't need to assist with anything else. Just you get the arm, just pull on it, and it's explosive strong enough. Just like the person gets pulled down. Like you get the arm, just go like this, and it tends to fly and stuff like this. See? Now that might be like wrestling with a gorilla. Okay, that would be like you heard about it was a challenge before, and I saw people make like 100 men versus one gorilla or something like this. Now, the main issue is zoology, anthropology, where the thing that would the gorilla psychology is like to make him not win the fight and have like kill 100 people. Okay, because the gorilla is it's like algorithm. It's avoid conflict at pretty much all costs, and only if it's like really necessary to fight. And once it stops being really necessary, it switches to like fight flight. See, so it's like a gorilla is not gonna wanna fight people. It's gonna be like fight a little bit and then run off and climb the tree or whatever it's gonna do. So getting the gorilla to want to fight and keep fighting and want to kill 100 people would be the issue. You might have to have some kind of electrical stuff on his testicles, so for instance, sap or something like this to keep him in the fight and want to hurt you. So that's the point. Now, basically, with a gorilla, and a big part of it boils down to the testosterone difference, where that's like a lot of the athleticism in gorillas. The difference between a gorilla and a man, it's not just like the size where a gorilla weighs this many pounds. The like weight to strength ratio is high in a gorilla, which means a human weighing the same as a silverback gorilla. Like you find somebody like a WWE wrestler or something like this. Well, somebody, they're going to be on roids, so it's going to be like kind of equating. That's the point. You find a human being in shape who has the same weight as a gorilla, the gorilla is still going to be stronger. So it's not just the weight and things like this and like the muscle density, but basically a lot of it boils down to the testosterone levels in the gorilla. Where the gorilla has higher testosterone than a human has. So it's not that the gorilla is like doing bench presses. You don't see a gorilla in the forest like doing reps of bench presses. They're like, I gotta mind my macros and stuff like this and make sure I got good sleep and stuff like this. Not just walking around being a gorilla all day and like doing what it does and ends up being super strong. So a lot of it's like having high testosterone with constant muscle activation and then intermittently like intense work or like doing a pull up a tree. It's like just normal life. The gorilla doesn't work to get in shape. It doesn't work out. It just has high testosterone and moves around a lot. And if you have high testosterone, you have gains and muscle and strength built like easily. Say, kind of similar to if you have high testosterone, the opposite of pencil neck. One of the indicators too of low T's having pencil neck. Here's another thing: understanding health fitness, decoding a lot of male insults. A lot of like common insults, man on man insults, is attacking us masculinity. Guys are pencil neck. Say, now what I know is if you have more androgen receptors, testosterone, masculinity hormone, say in the neck, which means if a person has low T, I don't do neck exercises, and I have like a mighty neck, say, and I haven't been doing neck exercises. I have like the opposite of pencil neck. So this is me without training my neck. Now imagine if I started doing like neck exercise or weights and stuff like this. So because I have high testosterone, just the person has low T is going to have a more pathetic looking neck, like a pencil neck, also a pencil neck. You have more testosterone receptors in this area generally. So having not low T, and then the normal baseline activity level of like looking before you cross the street and like looking down tying your shoes. See, this is one rep. That's enough to cause a build, see, if you don't have low testosterone. Same having been ripped with a six-pack. I've had a six-pack since I was in my early 20s. Even without doing like ab exercises. So one sit up in the morning, get out of bed, one sit down on the toilet, something like this. And do you understand? It's like, what you see? And that's enough to maintain a six-pack, even with like years of no ab exercising. Because if you don't have low T, your body is not designed that you're going to be a weak, effeminate twerp without working, like killing yourself in the gym to not be like that. That's not the natural pattern. You're going to be physically weak and frail as a man and look like half like a woman, look like a boy. That's another problem now, where we have a low testosterone epidemic. We have grown men now that look like meaning the difference between me and the average guy in terms of visual masculinity, just how manly you look, like your bone structure in your face, the opposite like a soft, like sweet boy look, okay? See? It's like the bone structure, just the muscle composition, just the visual. Between the average and a lot of guys now, they look like I did before I hit puberty, which is when you start having higher level testosterone and human growth hormone flowing through veins. There's a lot of guys now, prepubescent guys, they look like they never hit puberty, kind of. Like they look like they build their body, their shoulder, like waist to hip ratio, like what the cranium looks like, their neck and like the body composition. It looks like what I did before I hit puberty. See, when you start having more testosterone. See, so anyway, here's the point. I gotta finish up. If you're interested in learning how to raise your testosterone, that's one of the things I've been teaching on. Teaching why people are low T and teaching how to raise your testosterone levels. And I could if I wanted to, if it wasn't late. I get noise complaint if I could do this, but I could I could go back and do the same thing that I just did again. See, at this level, I could keep going. Okay. Now, if you go 100%, it's gonna be short time. So yeah, basically that's the point. Decoding man-on-man insults. So this is biology and like anthropology, like psychology and physiology. So it's like a lot of the insults have to do with low testosterone. If you know what I know, the guy's a pensioner. He has no balls. Okay, see? Testosterone. So decoding it. After I learned the truth about health fitness, it's basically targeting the testosterone level, see? Because if you have low T, you have a pencil neck. If testosterone goes down, you start having like the opposite pencil neck, which like the roided out look is like having like a bull's neck. Like that guys get on board, see? It's like high testosterone, synthetically, people inject it. One of the first things that starts growing is like the neck. Like a single, which one of the indicators of a guy not being a natty, it's like all of a sudden his neck. It's like 10x or something like this. Because you have more, it's like a sponge. If you have more testosterone available in the bloodstream, it kind of binds to this area, like the neck area. So pencil neck is the opposite of like a mighty neck. And remember, if you have low T, your neck is not going to be the mighty, but if you have high T, high testosterone, your neck soaks it up and just not working out that much, you're going to have a mighty neck. So pencil neck, it boils down to say you have low testosterone, say. Low testosterone. Because commonly correlated with having pencil necks have low T. Commonly correlated with having high super testosterone have like a mighty neck, see. So it's like a male insult decoded, it is really addressing the testosterone levels, the masculinity hormone in the man. What about he has no balls? Where is testosterone produced? In the testicles in a man. And big balls is like bigger factory, more product output. See? Do you understand? Which is like one of the effects of people that are multi-year high dose testosterone bodybuilders is they get like testicles that are like raisins. Because it's like we have so much testosterone shut down natural production, and it's like use it or lose it. Like the testicles are not producing testosterone anymore, and it's like they shrink. Okay, so has like big balls is like courage. Now what do I know about testosterone? Character, personality effects of testosterone, boldness. Low T leads to risk aversion, see, and timidity. Okay, whereas psychological impact of testosterone, like high T, is you're more bold, less fearful. See, it's like you're less likely to risk averse. Like, it's dangerous. See, do you understand? It's like, it's dangerous. I won't do it. So it's more likely to be a coward if you have low testosterone. Like psychological effects of testosterone, more fearless, more bold, more like risk welcoming. Okay, so I also believe that you're more likely to become a gambler if you have high testosterone, a gambling addict, because risk aversion once again. See, and I won't be surprised to do like a study in like quizzing people going in and out of Vegas, be like, are you on TRT, HRT? Like statistically, like more guys on TRT, HRT in and out of Las Vegas casinos they're like in and out of Walmart. See, see, like if you like quiz do a study like 1,000 men in and out of Walmart and just ask them all HRT self-reporting TRT, and then contrast it and compare it to people going in and out of casinos. I think they have more people on TRT HRT going out of casinos because it often has to do with risk. See, like risk and things like this. So snake guys watching you, yeah. Okay. I try to show you. I just know it looks a little bit like a. This is snake guys. This snake guy. This snake guy. This snake guy. Look at two. No, here's the one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I gotta finish up. If you're having testosterone problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but low T ain't one. Hit me. Don't. Okay, whatever. I gotta finish up, but I still have the hydraulics. So I gotta finish up. And if I hit a switch, I can make the ads drop. Okay, I gotta finish up. Yeah. So, yeah, I gotta finish up. Okay, and I gotta finish up, and I gotta finish up, and I gotta finish up. So, basically, that's the point. I thought about this. Man-on-man insults, a lot of them deal with like things like got no balls. Physical courage. So it's like if you're low T, you're more likely to lack courage and be risk averse. It's like this is dangerous. I won't do it. Okay, timidity. And pencil neck. You got pencil neck. It's pencil neck twerp. Well, low T leads to not having a powerful neck. But if you have high T, you're more likely to have like a athletic neck. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna finish up now, and we had Sam Slowla in here, we had Lita in here, and all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna finish on a flex. I want to get more hands on the flyer. Okay. I like to get these two to line up. There's if you notice the build, there's like a tricep here, there's a muscle here, and it looks similar. And I can get them lined up like an equal side. Sometimes it's a dangerous game to flex because sometimes I flex and it's certain muscles start cramping up like this. It feels like I'm getting like an electrical massage. Yeah, I gotta finish up, gonna hydrate. 2 hours 36 minutes. There's a lot of false stops in my live streams.